Hi, let's continue our lesson regarding the ethical hacking practical tutorial series for beginners. Now, today I'm going to talk about the step 4 here, vulnerability scan. Yeah. Okay, then here I'll be discussing about the tools Nmap, OpenVAS, and also Nessus. So I'm going to talk about the Nmap, OpenVAS, and Nessus as the vulnerability scanner tools. Okay, so here I'm still using the virtual machines as the target: Metasploitable 1, Metasploitable 2, Quaoar, Sedna, and the Badstore. Okay. Okay, let me check if I have. Okay, so let's forgot to open this Badstore. So this is Badstore. Okay, so provided that all of the target machines are currently running, so let me get some idea on the IP address we have here. I have config. And remember, in the previous lesson, I was able to acquire some IP addresses. Let me just check. Nano targets. So I remember that, yeah, I need to put 192.168.242.143. If I'm not mistaken, that's for the Badstore. Let me check again. NBT stat, scan minus R 192.168.242. This is my network slash .0/94. Okay, let me check if we got the correct IP for Badstore 192.168.242.143. Okay, so we got all hosts up. Now I'm going to use this vulnerability analysis tool called the Nmap. Yeah, I forgot. Perhaps I will just talk about the Nmap first. Yeah. So Nmap, do you know that Nmap can actually be used as the vulnerability scanning tool? So I'll be using the what do you call this? The dash script to scan for vulnerability. So use the Nmap minus n. Remember, the n is to skip the name resolution. Then you can specify the minus a to scan for the script, and you can use the minus SSS as V. You can put the O, yeah, and you can also specify the script. So by launching script vuln, let me explain you later. Let's say because we are using the input, based on the addresses, you can speed up the process of finding the vulnerabilities on the list of targets. So we can use the minus IL targets, yeah, and then put the input as the OA. Let's say vuln scan result. But yeah, that we'll remember. Okay, so let's see. Minus A dash A here is for to scan with all of the available scripts as well as operating system detection, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just copy this for a while. And map. So when you use the minus A, this will always detection, version detection, so script scanning. Okay, so we don't really need to use all, so we just need to paste this and oops, sorry. So I just need to remove this. Okay, that's it. Let it run. So we use the -A to run the script, as well as detecting the version for the services, as well as operating system detection. We do the stealth scan, the sync scan, and we also run script vulnerability, meaning that we're actually scanning the host machines with all of the available vulnerability testing scripts. Minus or -IL target is we define the target based on our target list, and we use the -OA to save the outputs as vuln_scan_result with 3 different formats. Yeah. So we have to wait for a while, let it run. I will minimize this. So meanwhile, let's just open up another tool. So the first tool is Nmap. The second tool will be this, called OpenVAS. Yeah. So if you run this, you will see it will be updating the OpenVAS feeds, and you have to wait for a while for some testing. It might needs to download the updates, as well as refreshing the database. So I'll just close this one, because I've already got the green bone. Yeah. So green bone here is actually part of the OpenVAS. Yeah. So this is the client. All you need to do is log on using admin and admin, and click login. Do not save. Yeah. And this is the OpenVAS green bone security assistant. Yeah. So if you want to scan, you can just go to the scan, select the dashboard, then you can select select the assets, and then specify the host. I forgot to mention about this one. Let's try the host. We don't have the host yet, so now let's go to the scan task. I think we can start scanning by selecting this. This is the task wizard. Yeah. Just click on the small icon there, task wizard. You can specify the host name, or the default address here is you can create a new target. Let's see. I kind of forgot how to use this. Let me see. Okay, so let's select new task, and then you specify, let's say, task scan. You can specify scan target based on the, again, just click this one. So let's start one by one. So select new task, and then after that you type the name. So for example, here the name is task task. You can specify the target by clicking the small icon there, small button, create a new target, the star. And you can put the target, let's say test, let's say my target. And you can select from file. You can browse to the file that you have created. So for example, I'll just go to root, find my target. Notice that we got the target, which is, this is the target. Yeah. And then you can exclude hosts. We don't really need to do this. And then select scan config default, and also scan for port list. Yeah, all IANA assigned TCP port, and then so basically you just select scan config default and create. And you can create a schedule, or the when do you want to start the scan, and then you can just select, and the rest we just leave it as is. Select create, and it will start scanning. See this one? We just need to click the task to see the scanning process. Okay, and you can just select start. We'll start the scanning. Notice that the status is requested. Yeah, you can go to the scan dashboard to see the scan task. Yeah, or perhaps you can just go to task. Yeah, so you can see the task is here, task, and the status is 1%. Okay, so just leave it running. The next, yeah, before that, let me just open up the Nmap. Oh, I haven't seen the result yet, so just let it minimize, and then go up and see the network. Yeah, so the next tool that I want to discuss is this Nessus. Yeah, so for more information about Nessus, Nessus actually comes with two different versions. The first one is the home edition, which is kind of free of charge, yeah, but it's of course limited to scan maximum up to, if I'm not mistaken, 16 hosts. While if you buy the Pro version, you can get the unlimited hosts to be scanned. So an example of the scanning result is this one. Yeah, so I've scanned this for, in January, yeah, quite a long time ago. I mean, quite a few months ago. It was a few months ago that I run the task scan. So you can create new scan by selecting new scan here. And then you can select, let's say, basic network scan. You can put any name, let's say, for example, let's say, my scan. Yeah, it was because of the color, you won't see the name. Yeah, just cancel it for a while. Yeah, so let me just repeat. Just put, let's say, my scan, and then you can select the to enter the target, or you can easily add the file like the one I've created. So the file name is targets.txt, and you can select save or even launch. Yeah, so it was saved, then after that you can select launch to launch the okay, so it's supposed to be, I was running the wrong one, so I'm gonna just do the launch, yeah, on this my scan. Yeah, so you just select launch. It's okay if you have selected the wrong one, no issue. So select this one and let it run. Oh yeah, my scan is running. Yeah, so we got this one. Of course, I can easily delete this if I want, but just let it yeah, perhaps it was already overwritten. Yeah, I will just remove this. I can remove this or put it to trash. So I will have only one scan. Yeah, and notice that you can actually see the scanning result while you're actually doing the scanning itself. Yeah. And let's see our scanning status here. Still not yet done. It's gonna take a while, of course. Okay. So again, to start OpenVAS, you can just select vulnerability analysis and then OpenVAS installation, or even start OpenVAS start. Yeah, so you can select any of this, yeah, to launch the OpenVAS scanning. While for the Nessus, yeah, you'll need to run Nessus like this. Yeah. So if you want to start Nessus, you can just type service Nessus start. Yeah. It'll do the what do you call this? It will launch the Nessus daemon. And then if you want to stop, you can just select that service Nessus stop, or even if you want to restart, you can just type restart. Okay, this will start and restart, even stop the Nessus daemon. Yeah. Okay, so for yeah, you can actually install Nessus using apt get install Nessus. Yeah. Okay. Or you can actually download Nessus from Nessus website. Let me just show you. Just type Nessus and you get Nessus vulnerability scanner. It's actually not an open source tool. Yeah. Yeah, you can see that Nessus, it has essential free download, maximum scan 16 IP addresses. Nessus Professional scan 32 IP addresses for 7-day trial, and then scan unlimited IP with the Nessus Professional. Yeah. So if you want to use the Nessus without having to pay, you can just select Nessus Essential. Yeah. And if you want to do the testing, you can download and install Nessus Professional. Yeah. Of course, at the end of the 7-day trial period, you'll need to pay for the subscription. While OpenVAS is a free tool. Yeah, this is OpenVAS, Open Vulnerability Assessment System. Yeah, new general public license is free to be used. And of course, for the Nmap, you can just go to nmap.org. Okay. All right, so that's about the tools. Yeah. So I've already shown you how to use the Nmap with the scripts, with the -- script vuln, OpenVAS, and also Nessus. Yeah. So remember, the objective of the vulnerability scan is to actually find or identify vulnerabilities, existence of the vulnerabilities, yeah, on your host machines. That will also help you on, or assist you on, the exploitation or any other steps right after the information gathering and vulnerability scanning. Okay, let's get back to our target, or our scan. Yeah, now I got the result from Nmap. We scroll up. So we have done the Nmap script, yeah, and you can see a lot of information about the script, the vulnerabilities. Now, remember yesterday or previously I've already mentioned about converting the XML file into the HTML. So let's do this. Yeah. So first, you can use the ls -la. The name of the output file is I forgot the name. Let me just, yeah, vuln scan. Yeah, so ls -la vuln scan star. Yeah, vuln scan underscore result star. Yeah, we got this vuln scan result XML. We'll convert this using the xslt proc, the name vuln scan, and then o vuln scan HTML. When we launch the Firefox, against vuln scan HTML. Okay, now we got the result. So this is the result. and we can actually see some information about, let's say, CVE 2010-4344 SMTP server is not exim, not vulnerable. Oh yeah, sorry, SSL DH params vulnerable. So you can look for any potential vulnerabilities. HTTP vuln CVE 2011-3192 Apache, yeah, bit-range filter DOS, it's vulnerable, and also some others like SSL CCS injection vulnerable, SSL/TLS MITM vulnerability. Yeah, so you can find a lot of vulnerabilities here. Yeah, and you can of course look into every single vulnerability and do the testing later on in our penetration or exploitation step. All right, so let's see if our scan is done. Yeah, so this is an example of the result. Yeah, an example of result. As you can see here, 138 here has 4 critical vulnerabilities. Let's see, related to SSL, yeah, binds shell backdoor detection, SSL multiple issues, NFS supported share information disclosure, and so on. Can go back to the hosts. You can also find, let's say, 143 Badstore. We have 3 high vulnerabilities: Apache mode, SSL, and SSL version. Yeah. You can also see that 137 has critical vulnerabilities related to SSL and Unix operating system unsupported version detection. Yeah. And then you can also see the summary, like how many vulnerabilities found, like critical 7, high 7, medium 24, low is 5, and the information is like 56%. Yeah, oh, this is in percentage. I thought it was in in number of vulnerabilities found, yeah, or being found. Let's see the green bone. Our task, yeah, 37%. So while waiting, let's look at some of the vulnerabilities being found here. Yeah, you can scroll down to see. Yeah, so you can see, this one is also. Let me see what is the IP address. Yeah, so one of the hosts here is vulnerable to Poodle. Yeah, see this one, SSL Poodle. So it is actually known as CVE 2014-3566. Let me just copy this and go to, yeah, just open up browser and search for it. And it says that, okay, based on this information, ask Ubuntu, yeah, so based on the NIST Information Technology Laboratory, National Vulnerability Database, or NVD, CVE 2014-3566 details, it is actually a vulnerability that has been modified since it was last analyzed. And it says the SSL protocol version 3.0, yeah, as used in OpenSSL through 1.01 and other products. Yeah, so it is actually a vulnerability related to SSL padding Oracle attack called Poodle issue. Yeah, and of course they have already released their adversarial, solutions and tools. Yeah, so we might want to exploit using this particular vulnerability. So the result actually shows you quite a good information. Let's see what else we have. Okay, also vulnerability on SSL, DH params, CCS injection. Yeah, also others like RMI vuln class loader related to RMI registry default. Yeah. The easiest way to actually find this vulnerability, I mean, to get more details about this vulnerability or whatever vulnerability is being displayed here, is to consult Google, or even you can just go to, you know, some websites, like for example the one I've shown you earlier. Yeah, like this one, we got the CVE number, and the best is to get the CVE number. Like for example, this one CVE. And just copy this and go to, or open your internet browser and then search by using Google, and you can actually get more information. Yeah, so the next one is CVE 2011 -3192, which is called byte range filter in Apache HTTP server 1.3.x and 2, and also up to version 2.2 something. Yeah, so I can use this CVE. Let me just open up. Yeah, this is actually Common Vulnerability and Exposure Database. They provide you know, a lot of information about CVEs, or Common Vulnerability and Exposure list. Yeah, you can also use the NVD, yeah, which is this one. Just right click and open. So we got this National Institute Standard and Technology. They have the NVD. Yeah, just search for, let's say, NVD. All right. So we got this National Vulnerable Database. Yeah. So both websites actually provide you with good information about vulnerabilities. And for other, perhaps you can just go to securityteam.com. This is also a good good resource. Yeah. Yeah, you can see a lot of different vulnerabilities being published or being exposed, and also security focus. Yeah, this is also a good one of the good resources. Yeah, a good resource to find more information about vulnerabilities. Yeah, let's get back to the Greenbone or our OpenVAS. Yeah, let's check the task. Yeah, 66%. Yeah. Beside these tools, you can in fact use the not open source, I mean the commercial tools, such as this one from Rapid7. They have the tool called Nexpose or Nexpose. Yeah. So this is actually a top-rated vulnerability scanner. Yeah. So they call it Nexpose or Nexpose. Yeah. So this is how it looks like. You can look at the assets and everything. Yeah. So few years back, I used to actually test this this vulnerability scanner. It was good, and it was actually being linked and utilized. You can actually utilize this vulnerability scanner, Nexpose vulnerability scanner, to work with, let's say, Metasploit, which is also the product of Rapid7. Yeah. So they got this Metasploit penetration testing. Okay. All right, let's get back to our work. Well, it's not yet done. Takes a while. Personally, I prefer to use Nessus Professional, since it has a lot of you know, plugins. Yeah, and To learn about Nessus, you can just let me just show you the Nessus command. Yeah, like for example, you can go to opt. Normally Nessus will be stored in opt Nessus. Yeah, and you can see there are some directories like bin etc. So you normally use the sbin, so cd sbin. And there's one tool called, tool or even command to run Nessus. Like for example, you can run /nessus CLI, and you can see I need to enter the password. Okay, so for example, you can use the update or update all to update plugins and all other components, as well as when you want to register Nessus, you will need to register using this fetch dash dash register, then you put the serial number. Okay, so you can even create new user. Yeah, here, change the password of a user, or even remove the user. Okay, I can try this one. So for example, here ls users or ls user, ls user. Yeah, so I only have one, and my Nessus is actually API. Scan API is enabled for Pro version 7. So I'm running Nessus Pro. Yeah. All right. So we get back to, yeah, I think it's almost done. Now, if you have any other vulnerability scanning tool for the hosts, I'm not talking about the web application vulnerability scanning tool, but scanning tool that will be used or utilized to scan for host related vulnerabilities, yeah, like such as Windows, Linux, or even Mac. Okay, and if you go for the dash dash, let me just explain to you about the Nmap dash dash script. Yeah, okay, script vuln. Yeah, yeah, here you can look at this one. How to easily detect CVs with Nmap script, or you can even look at this how to scan for services and vulnerabilities. Yeah, yeah, this is actually the first one. Was not really loaded yet. Yeah, here you can use this command dash dash vuln, or you can specify the vulnerability testing script. Yeah, I would prefer to use the dash dash vuln to actually check for the existence of vulnerabilities. Yeah, you can use dash dash script vuln. Yeah, same thing here. Okay. If we go to Nmap, let me check Nmap, and you go to the docs, original documentation. You can actually try to find, let's say, vulnerability. Yeah. Let me see. I don't see any explanation or even content related to vulnerability scanning. Let me just check using Nmap as vulnerability scanner. Yeah, you can search on this one. The Nmap documentation itself does not actually mention about this dash scripts. Let me see scripts. Okay, maybe inside this Nmap scripting engine. Yeah, here. So we have the script categories, and let's see, exploit, fuzzer, malware, version. Oh yeah, here, vuln. The scripts check for specific vulnerabilities and generally only report result if they found. Example include real VNC authentication bypass. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. And let's refresh this. I just want to show you the result of this so that we don't have to repeat the scanning. Although I can already see or identify vulnerabilities found in most of my hosts. Yeah, like that. Total 70 vulnerabilities identified by Nessus. Of course, Nmap will give you a bunch of vulnerable or vulnerabilities on services, but not as comprehensive as the Nessus and even Nmap. Notice the Nmap also shows you the script that you're running or the command that you're running. Yeah. So I'm pretty happy with Nessus so far. Yeah. And the good thing is that Nessus Pro specifically allows you to scan with many different type of scanning. Yeah, advanced scan. You can even do like a credential patch audit, malware scan. Yeah. What else? Let's say ransomware scan, shadow brokers. You can even select this one, PC quarterly external scan. Yeah, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So it supports a lot of different scanning method. Okay. Okay, so it's a bit slow. So 96%. Is it 96 or? Let me see. It's too small. Yeah, it's 96%. Yeah. So in a minute, we will see the complete result. Anyway, we can just click on the result and notice that we got a lot of vulnerabilities. Yeah. Sorted based on vulnerabilities. I mean the ranking or the risk or severity ranking. Okay. We got 10. Wow. NOS live detection. We got possible backdoor, this CC remote code execution vulnerability, and so on and so forth. Yeah, and you can go back to the dashboard. Yeah, to see. It will update the CVs and so on. You can even look at the dashboard of your assets. Not yet updated. Yeah. And then the hosts. Okay. What else? Let's while waiting for this, let's start with finding other vulnerability scanner. on, let's say, open source vulnerability scanner. Yeah. So OpenVAS is number 1, and you can even look at this 15 essential open source security by Hacker Target. Here we got Nmap, we got OpenVAS, OSEC, which is actually not really a security scanner. Oh, this is actually a tool. So I was wrong, readingly wrong. I mean, yeah. So 12 open source vulnerability scanner. Oh, this is actually for web. Yeah. So not really that good. Yeah, this one is supposed to be 6 free network vulnerability scanners. What do they have? OpenVAS. Well, OpenVAS is number 1 here. Retina CS community. So you might want to try this one. Provide vulnerability scanning and patching for Microsoft and common third-party application. So just right-click and see. MBSA, which is normally used for local and remote scan for Windows desktop and servers. We don't really need that. And Expose. Or they have the community edition. Yeah, you can actually download this. Secure check. Okay, fine. And then Qualis free scan. Yeah. So these are the other scanner that can also be used to scan for vulnerabilities. Yeah. So Beyond Trust, Rapid7, Nexpose, we already discussed this, so I can just close it. Then we have the Tripwire cybersecurity product portfolio. I think the this Tripwire also provide the scanning tool, yeah, and Qualis, yeah. Okay, let's get back. Perhaps it's already done. Wow, it's so long, and it takes so long to finish with the scanning result. Yeah. In fact, if you look at the Nmap, earlier we can actually find Nmap scripts, yeah, that will specifically do the scanning. Yeah, so I saw this earlier. Let me see. Yeah, here, for example, you can use the script called Nmap vulners, and you can use the vuln scan. Yeah, so script Nmap vulners, vuln scan, then you put script arguments, then vuln scan db. Yeah, so it is actually pretty cool. Yeah, and you can specify a specific port to be scanned and the IP address. Okay, so just copy this and run the scanning. And put, let's say, minus IL, our target. Or maybe to speed up, you can just put one IP, say 192.168.242.143, for example. Okay. I think it was incorrect. Okay, let's see the let's look at the script. USR script share script Nmap script. Let's see, Nmap script. Okay, maybe you can do something like this. vuln. Or maybe we can just try one single script. Let's see. Yeah, because they eventually use different script. For example, here, let's do this scanning. Yeah, so root. So I will just use the scanner as just like a normal one. Let's do the fast scanning. And we put the port 80. And that's the script dash paste. Because it's actually trying to focus on finding vulnerability on port 80, and you put the rest of your target 192.168.242. Let's say 143. Sorry. See, it's not okay. It's not accepted. So we'll just change this to, let's say, normal one as S. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't show me anything. It means that vulnerability is not there, or non-existent vulnerability on this CVE 2017. Let me just copy and see what is this vulnerability. Is an SQL injection vulnerability on Joomla. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So CV 2017-8917 SQL injection on Joomla. Yeah. All right, so let's get back to our previous scanning task. Yeah, still not yet finished. Anyway, let me recap this or summarize. So basically, you can use Nmap to scan for vulnerabilities. This is the example. Yeah, let me just move it. So you can use the -- script vuln to find vulnerabilities, or to scan for the existence of vulnerabilities, or to identify possible vulnerabilities on your host. Then the next one is the OpenVAS. This is actually the result of OpenVAS. Yeah, you can look at the report as well. Yeah, you can even look at the result. You can look at the just the dashboard that will show you. Yeah, wow, nice one. Result by severity class. Yeah, and you can also use this Nessus Professional. You can also see vulnerabilities in summary. Yeah, or the summary of vulnerabilities. Yeah. All right. For more details, you can just go to the task and select the task. Although it's not yet finished, I can already see that the task actually produce some information. Yeah, let me just click the status, and here you go. You can see the vulnerabilities, yeah, being identified, yeah, sorted based on the criticality or severity of the vulnerability itself. Yeah. All right. So that's for today. So I hope that you have learned, you can learn a lot from this session. Let me repeat, the session is about the vulnerabilities scan, which is actually part of our ethical hacking practical tutorial series for beginners. Today is a bit longer. Yeah. So once you have done with the tools, your task would be, yeah, it's supposed to be here. It's wrong one. Yeah. Let me just change this. Your task will be to explore the use of Nmap vulnerability scripts for or to identify the existence of vulnerabilities. Also, explore the use of, let's say, OpenVAS, as well as Nessus. All right. So this is your task. Yeah. So not only task, it's supposed to be tasks, because it's you have multiple tasks to do. Yeah. All right. So that's all for today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed the this session, and I will see you again in our next session, which is supposed to be the password cracking. So this is our next lesson, right? So hope you enjoy. Thank you very much, and ciao.